Tonight's bedtime story is Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind or another. His mother called him the Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." And his mother sent him to bed without any dinner. Nothing at all. That very night, in Max's room, a forest began to grow where the wild things live. And it grew and grew until its ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And then an ocean tumbled by with a private boat just for Max. And he sailed off through the night and all through the day, and in and out of weeks and almost over years to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roar, and they gashed their terrible teeth, and they rolled their eyes, their terrible yellow eyes, and they showed their claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with his magic trick of staring into all their beady yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of them all. And they made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, "Let the wild rumpus start," and roar. And they howled at the moon. And they swung from the tree to tree, vine to vine, like wild monkeys all in line. And they carried Max upon their shoulders, king of all the wild things, cheering their new-found king. "Now stop," Max said, and sent all the wild things to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be with someone who loved him best of all. And then, around from far away across the world, the wind he smelled things of goodness and pleasure. So he gave up being the wild thing and let the wild things where they are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. Rawr, we love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roar and gashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible yellow eyes, and they showed their claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye to the wild things once more. And he sailed back over the year, and in and out of weeks, and through the day and night, until the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him, still hot, for the king of all the wild things. Rawr. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.